everyone, my name is Amy and today I'm going to do my first video tutorial on how to make a glittered wine glass. Now I've made lots of these wine glasses before. I loved them for myself. They became my favorite gift to give to others, and unfortunately they were used so much that a lot of them got dropped or broken. So I have been requested to make another one for my dad since he broke his, and I'm going to go ahead and do a gator wine glass that says "Not Now, I'm Studying." What you will need is, first of all, just a piece of newspaper or scrap paper, because you will be using Mod Podge and you don't want to get it all over. Another scrap piece of paper, a wine glass. You're going to need some Mod Podge, some tape. You can use masking tape. Painter's tape is probably best. I'm just going to use Scotch tape for today. Some puffy paint, orange and blue for gators. You need a thin Sharpie, a paintbrush for the Mod Podge, and some glitter. Now, since I've made this before, I actually have a mixture of blue and orange glitter ready, but I do have some extra orange glitter if I need it. You will also need lacquer. Finally, you will need, and this is optional, I have orange and blue ribbon. The first thing I'm going to do is draw the design on my wine glass that I want. And again, I'm going to draw a gator on here, and I'm also going to write "Not Now, I'm Studying." Really what I do is I look at a picture and I freehand it. Another thing you could do is print off a picture, and you could put it, say the picture were here, you could put it inside the wine glass like this, and you can trace it right on there. So I find a picture on the internet, and I just go ahead and start drawing. I went ahead and drew my gator in Sharpie, and like I said, I just freehanded that. You can trace it, you can print it off on this paper and trace it if you want to. The reason I did it in thin Sharpie is because it goes on the glass real nicely, and if you make a mistake, you can just rub it with your finger or use a Q-tip and it'll come off really easily. So now that I've done my gator on one side, on the other side I'm going to write "Not Now, I'm Studying," and I'm going to space it out as best as I can. So to center it, I'm going to take my gator and I'm going to go up and over, and I'm going to see right where my center is. I can even draw a line there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do just the letters in blue, and I use my puffy paint. If you do make a mistake, like I just did a backwards N, you can just take a paper towel and wipe the paint right off. And since it's not dry yet, it will have no effect. Okay, so I have my "Not Now, ... Now I can do the "I'm Studying." Now I have my gator on one side and I have my "Not Now, I'm Studying" on the other side. I now need to trace the gator, so I'm just going to do a blue outline of the gator, which means I'm just tracing over it. So I went ahead and outlined my gator. You can see that. It didn't take long since I had already drawn it. And now I'm ready to add the dots. I'm just going to, since the colors of the gators are orange and blue, I'm just going to add some orange dots in here. Alright, so I just did some dots, made it a little cuter. So now here's the really fun part. Glittering. I get in trouble every time I glitter anything because it stays on our house, on our dog, the carpet, and on our feet, and in my fiance's hair, and just everywhere, all over the house every time I glitter, but I absolutely love it. To glitter this wine glass, the first thing I'm going to do is tape the stem where I want the glitter to stop. So I'm looking at the stem, and I'm going to have it go probably about a quarter, 1/2 inch up the stem. So I'm just going to make sure that my tape is straight. I'm just going to wrap a piece of, again, this is just Scotch tape around the stem. I'm kind of on a time crunch here, especially since I'm doing this video, so I'm not waiting for it to dry, which might cause some problems, but you can definitely wait. That wasn't too bad. You can definitely wait for your paint to dry before you get around to the glitter, which would probably be better. It only takes about an hour at most to dry. I've taped the bottom of this stem. The tape is right here, and it actually ends right here. So from here down is where the glitter is going to be. So remember to keep it on top of your newspaper and on top of your paper, because what's going to happen is you're going to pour the glitter onto this piece of paper, and any extra glitter you can just take the paper, fold it up, and put it back into the container. So I'm opening my Mod Podge, and I take the paintbrush, and I'm just going to paint or glue the whole bottom of the wine glass. I don't do the actual bottom, I just do that bottom section of the wine glass. So I'm just going to do probably a medium layer of Mod Podge on the bottom of this. And I make sure I go all the way up to the tape, go all the way around. So I did the bottom of the glass. Again, I did not do down here because it won't matter down there. I'm just doing that bottom section under the tape. When I'm done with that, I can put my glitter on. My favorite part. So I'm just going to pour it. Make sure you pour it over this paper and that you get that stem too. So I just poured glitter all over the bottom of this glass. I'm just going to hit it really lightly. Remember, this is a wine glass. On the table. Get all that extra off. And I'm going to set it down to dry. This is where I'm glad I have this piece of paper, because I can fold it up and I can crease it. I could just pour this right back into the container. That way I have plenty of orange and blue glitter for the next time a wine glass gets broken. So now I have my wine glass. I have it glittered at the bottom. I have the gator on it. I have Not Now I'm Studying. Just in case you were wondering why I was making my dad a gator wine glass that says Not Now I'm Studying, he entered a master's program at in engineering recently at UF. So he has been studying nonstop, and it's a little hard for him to readjust back to school. Okay, so my next plan, so I'm going to take this glass outside, and I'm going to spray this on the bottom where the glitter is. I'm not going to spray it on the top because it'll probably get pretty gross. I'm just going to spray it where the glitter is, and that creates a nice coat that keeps that glitter on there, and it's supposed to not come off. If it does, it works with the wine glasses, and it makes them washable. It's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and go out and put this lacquer on there, and I will be back. Hi everyone, I'm back. It's been about an hour. I left this outside to dry. The paint is now completely dry. The glitter is now lacquered on there. So I'm going to find the beginning of my tape that's on the stem, and I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. So you can see I have a nice smooth line where that glitter and the glass separates, and that's from that tape. So my final step is to take my ribbon, and I'm going to tie these around the stem in a bow. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and center that. See how the gator and the bow are centered? So I'll probably wash off the wine glass before I give it as a gift, just to get that extra glitter, the extra liqueur, any Mod Podge that hasn't quite finished yet drying, to get that off of there, and then I will give it as a gift. So thank you for watching. This is a tutorial on making a glittered wine glass. We painted the glass with puffy paint. We used Mod Podge and glitter for the bottom, and we finished it with a bow.
How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace?